Hey everybody, we are live. Welcome everybody. As you come in, if you will hit the like, we would appreciate it. We're going to get started in just a little bit. I am going to drop, hey Harlem, I'm going to drop the link. In the chat. Hey everybody, hey, welcome. Last night, did I say it was Thursday? Because if I did, tonight's Thursday. Hey, you gotta get down. Turn it down. Okay. Hey Harlem,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good and you?
I'm good.
Hey Bridget.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Bridget. How you doing?
Hi, Harlem. How you doing?
I'm good.
We'll get started in just a second, y'all.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. What a day in court. What a day. What a day. What a day. Get my little notes together. Hey, y'all. Thank you for being here tonight. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Hit the like on your way in. Subscribe if you have not already. If you want to join in on the conversation up on the stage, the link is in the chat. You are welcome to come up here respectfully. We may not agree on everything, but it's always good dialogue. So y'all can come on up. And also, you can become a member. Thank you to everybody that is a member here. You can become a member because it's lit over here and it's good vibes only. So let me get to my notes. All right. Harlem, y'all ready, Bridget?
Yes.
All right, so today was the last day for Jane, and I have to say I'm happy for that. Want her to move on. Like we got it, we heard it, so we want to move on. So about 9:45, court was supposed to start. Well, it did start at 9:45, so they start pretty late because something went down. And they said Gary goes, and the whole team, like something happened in the courtroom where Diddy's team was surrounding him. His kids had showed up, and they always show up like a little bit later, like 15 minutes after court had started. And so his boys had and his mom had came. I believe his mom was with them, and they usually get off the elevator and go in, and somebody from Diddy's team caught them from getting off the elevator, told them not to get off right now. So they go, kept them from going. I guess went and talked to them, told them what was going on. And then, what's her name? Teeny, and what's the Marine? What's her name? What's his other lawyer? Marine, the woman, not.
It's Shapiro.
No, what's the prop? Comey.
Oh, Comey, yeah.
So anyway, they go outside, and he said it's a lie. There was a list. So there's a list that only people on that list can get in the courtroom. So with the two lawyers and the security was going over the list, and they was like, no one can come in this courtroom, whatever this was about, but no one can come in this courtroom if they're not on this list. The security guard was asking them questions. They go back. He goes back in the courtroom, and that's when he sees all of Diddy's team surrounding him. They're talking back and forth. They hovered over him. He said security's running around like real tense. And then we talked about the sons, and then about 10 or 15 minutes later, they kind of come back in the courtroom. The two lawyers come back in the courtroom. They come around the corner smiling like everything had calmed down. Now, this allegedly is the reason why all of that was taking place, is because they claim Kanye West was trying to show up to support, but they said he got denied to come in. That has not been proved. I have not seen him anywhere on the premises, but of course, I mean, he's Kanye, so I don't know, but that's the reason they're saying. But I can't justify, I can't, say that that's 1,000% of what happened, but something was going on, and they did not know what it was. And then they said 10 or 15 minutes later, they came back. They came back in there like they was relieved that whatever happened was resolved. Diddy was smiling, and he was like, yeah, whatever it was, I want to know what it is. They said Diddy was in his chair laughing. He said about 10:40 is when the judge came in. So they was in this roving room like forever. And the conversation in that room was that about these voice notes that we kind of mentioned. I think we mentioned it last night, or I had posted a short or whatever. But these voice notes with P. Diddy and Paul back and forth. And so while they were in there with the judge in the roving room, the judge made it clear that we won't be naming names, right? So then they all come back in the courtroom, and Agnifilio says, I want to talk to you, Judge, about what happened. And Judge was like, hold on, because we've already had that conversation. That's the whole reason of being in this roving room. We're not going to give it to the public. And he was like, no, but I want to talk about this in front of my client, Sean. This is Mark, I believe. I want to talk about this in front of my client. He said, you can talk about it, but you are not allowed to name names. But I think these are celebrity names that they're not able to speak on. They said it was about this was about the January 2024 hotel if the hotel, I guess a party, freak off, I don't know, that they understood they can't, say names, but he said he would go around it where, or either prosecution would go around it where people would probably know who they was talking about, right? So it is speculation that Kanye was trying to show up for his homeboy and support. We don't know. We can't confirm that. What else? They said they were trying to dispute that, not naming names, because they said, like, listen, this is a public trial and the public has the right to, to know. Why can't we say names? And he was like, we're talking about this celebrity rapper, this iconic rapper, whoever this is, and that was at a freak off, but you can't just say his name. So they was fighting about that for a little bit. Tini came back and says, well, they don't want it to be allowed. They don't want the names to be allowed. She says she will question, she will ask questions and just omit the names. So she'll talk about it. They'll talk about it, but they'll go around the names. And then, so they said the defense kind of lost. That was the prosecution. That was the defense wanting the names to be mentioned. So they kind of took an L on that because they couldn't name them. But I think Diddy wanted the rapper to be named today for the public to hear. So then court starts, and then this again is the last day of Jane Doe's testimony. So my question is, what do you guys feel about Jane now that we know everything that she's given us? I think I know how Bridget feels about it, but we'll let you talk about it. But how are you feeling, Harlem? Like, did she give us what we needed? Like, this was it for her? Yeah. What do you think? Hey, Montana, come on up if you want to.
I don't know if they really needed Jane. Because I don't know, what did she contribute to anything?
So I would agree to you on that. I don't think Jane got us anywhere, if I'm being honest. And I've been saying that, like, come on, I need more to get off this fence I'm on. And I just don't think that she brought it. I think that what she did do, here's the thing, Bridget, we talked about this the other day about the domestic violence. Her domestic violence have not met the statute of limitation yet. So like, if she was fighting this in the state court, like, this would have been a great, amazing witness, right? But we're not talking about the domestic violence in this case. So she would have to do that somewhere else. But if we were talking about it in a state court, then this would have been great. But for this, like, she didn't help nothing, because for me, she didn't tell us nothing. She did tell us something. She basically told us that she would initiate some of the freak offs. She told us that she would go buy the things for the freak offs. That he kind of is this coercion, putting the stuff in her mouth, right? Giving her the pills. But like, she would call and say, I miss you, I miss Paul, and so what this gives the defense is that this is a willing participant, and she wanted to do the things because they did ask her on cross, like, were you able to leave? She said, yeah. Were you able to say no? Yeah, but Sean would get mad. Like, but that still didn't mean he was holding you, making you do it. You chose to do it. One of y'all can jump in.
Go ahead, Bridget.
Well, I think Jane Doe was not a good witness for the prosecution. And I don't think she was good. They didn't need her. She wasn't good. I don't think she hurt. I think she hurt him on some of the stuff, but she didn't help him or hurt him, and she didn't help the prosecution at all. I don't think she did a good job.
I don't think she did. I mean, she did. So to in her defense, she did a good job standing in her truth. I can say that. If that was her truth, she came and she stood in her truth, right?
Okay.
But she didn't, I don't feel like she came and gave us enough to say, ooh, they got him, right?
Yeah,
because of something she said. So I don't think that I would agree with you on that. We didn't get that, but she did. I still believe that those things that happened. But it just didn't happen. It just happened to not help the prosecution, in my opinion. And people will argue that fact. That what do you mean it didn't help? Well, because she didn't give us, like, what did she give us that helped us? Help us. That helped the prosecution. What did she give? They were saying that she was doing that because she really didn't want to testify. And they were questioning, like, is she like being paid to testify like this, like for the defense? Like she really ain't trying to hurt Diddy? I don't know. It didn't feel like that to me though.
No.
Yeah, because in all honesty, it seemed like she was on the fence. She was on the prosecution side. She was on the defense side. She was in the middle. She didn't like offer anything to either side, I don't think.
No. Since first of all, she didn't want to be there. But since you subpoenaed me and you made me, all I can come and do is tell you my truth, whatever that truth is, whatever that looked like. I can only tell you that. And that's what she did. And so people that are onlooking was like, oh my gosh, here comes Jane. And you a Jane Doe. Why was you a Jane Doe? Like, that was my other reason. Why did you come as a Jane Doe? I really want to know the answer. If anybody got that answer, why this particular witness had to be a Jane Doe. I want to know what you guys think about that. Like, was that necessary? We know, never mind. But yeah.
I think she came as a Jane Doe because she has a baby by another celebrity, and she didn't want him to know because he was threatening because from what I'm watching on other podcasts, that he was threatening to take the baby to get full custody. So she don't want none of her business out there. So she came as a Jane Doe because they can't tell who's in there or who, they got to keep it quiet. So she didn't want her name published. She didn't want to be up there publicly. She didn't want her name out there.
To tell the truth though, as soon as you walk in there, if people follow Diddy, if people follow her famous other rapper daddy, Rich Daddy, she said, who's super rich, you'll know. So the minute people see you, if you know what you know, I guess, then you'll know who it is. That's just all I'm saying. And then everything she said, you just almost could put the pieces together. So I don't want to get too far into who she is at this point, but I just wonder why come as that and not yourself for what you gave us. Like if you was giving us tea, maybe.
Yeah.
They said that. So anyway, so 11/2023, Cassie's lawsuit goes public, like it's already public. She gets a settlement. So and then also what the defense is like trying to paint a picture for her is that it wasn't until after that lawsuit came that you started reading those pages talking about, I read 3 days of this. I've been crying all day. This seems like my story to the T. And then she started getting bitter, right? Because she figured that she was the only one. She didn't think that she was his only girl. She thought she was the only one doing the freak offs. And like that was their thing. So then she got bitter about it. And she started like not talking to him, like she cut him off. But at that time when it came out, he became like humbled to her because he was trying to reel her in, like, don't testify against me. And even on a recording, you would hear him say that like, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I should have took you more places. I was tripping. Like, I love you. Give me a number. Like, what do we need to do? This was all a plot of his, allegedly, my opinion, that now I'm in some deep ish and I need you not to flip on me. I need you like to just go silent. And so anyway, so he was trying to call her and Jane was so mad because she thought she was the only one, like I said, and it was their special thing. She read the 3 pages and she said it sounded like her story. And he said, I didn't know if I'd have known that you would have felt like that before, then I would have told you. I would have said something, but I didn't know it was a big deal. You knew that all this time she was saying, "Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, corporate luxury. Thank you, I really appreciate that." She like you knew because she was telling you the entire time that she was telling you the entire time that she wanted time with you, just me and you. You know, I want my birthday to be special. You know, I just want it to be us. Now, you think if he wouldn't have told her about if he would have told her about Cassie and the others and Gina and this is what I'm doing with them, she wouldn't have been okay with it. She would not have been okay with that. My grandbaby's calling me. I want to answer so bad, but I won't. I'm live. I'll call him. I want to talk to him so bad, but I'll call him back. Anyway, so what you thinking? What y'all thinking? I'll hush for just a second. But before I do, thank you guys for being here. Welcome, Corporate Luxury, to the Black Link Experience with Phases and all my guests. And I just appreciate you being here. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe and become a member if you'd like to become a member. All right, you guys, take it away. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute.
Yeah, I think she just sold herself cheap. For real, because she was aware of the other girls. She was aware that he was seeing multiple people and what have you. So, you know, to fall for whatever he gives you after the lawsuit comes out, you just sold yourself cheap.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it. Because everybody know who you are.
It wasn't worth it. And like in his defense, he told her when they connected, I have more than one girl. He might not talked about the FO, the freak option and that, but he let her know, like, it's not just you. And she was like, I'm cool with that, right? But then he started spending time with her. He started giving her that life, and she's feeling it, even though she had a rich baby daddy. They weren't together like that, right? So he's feeling it. I mean, she was feeling it. And so, but then she didn't understand that I'm going to show you. It's all good in the beginning, but in a minute, you're going to have to do what I do because these are the things that I like. And he told her on the phone, like, how you going to have me do my job and you ain't doing your job? I'm on my job. And if you don't want to do your job, I'll give you 30 days. I'm out. He said, Montana said the prosecution know they gonna lose because they rushed the case. Their case has had more people to testify than a regular unaliving trial. You have prosecutors that take 4 years to prepare for cases. That's right. Well, but you know, the defense Diddy wanted a speedy trial, so they like kind of had to, you know, do their thing. Corporate Luxury said, thank you, Harlem. I have been down with phases for years. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah.
But on Montana's comment, I don't think either one of them were actually ready because the government said that they were still investigating up until like it was almost time for trial. They didn't expect the defense to say, oh, we want a speedy trial. And in the defense, they wasn't ready. And that's why they keep wanting a mistrial. So I don't think nobody was ready.
I believe that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that because I just think I think that for both sides, and we haven't heard the defense's people, whoever they're going to call, right? But I just feel like if you would have gave it a little bit more time, that I think the witnesses, there would have been better witnesses. Like you have to, okay, really think about like how I'm going to prepare for this. Who is going to really make a difference and help us get to these charges that we're trying to get to? But everybody's like, the feds don't come unless the feds got you, you know. Yeah. But I'm questioning them right now. So I wanted to read something Harlem sent me when I found my glasses. Y'all never mind me. Keep talking. I got to find my glasses and I'm going to pull it up here. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. I always have fun here with y'all.
So Harlem, I want to ask you, so do you still think that the prosecutor?
Uh-oh. You cut out, Bridget. BB, did you go? You back? Are you there, Harlem?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me. I think maybe her. Maybe she'll come back. Get back. Bridget, you might have to go out and come back in because it don't look like you're muted. This is boy. Montana. I think Harlem got your glasses. I can bet my last. Oh my gosh. We can always use Montana here for the last, I promise. Okay, well, I found some. Yeah, Bridget had to leave and come back. We're gonna use these old little ones. Okay. Oh, Bridget, come back. I think you got kicked out. And then don't forget the question you have for Harlem. All right, so let's add this until Bridget come back. So this is my first page. I need to make sure. No. All right. All right, so let's talk a little. Let's read a little bit about how what they're talking about here. I need to get rid of this too, so I can see. Bridget, you back? Did we get her? Yeah, there she is.
My Wi-Fi is messing up. Sorry, y'all. It keeps going in and out. I don't know what's going on.
That's what I told her. It's okay. I told her it was your Wi-Fi. Go ahead, Bridget. You had a question for Harlem.
Yes, Harlem, do you think that the prosecution is winning? I still think it's 50-50, but I want to know your opinion. What do you think?
Well, I think, from the beginning, I've never thought they was going to get him on all charges, but I still think that they'll get him on some charges, not all. But like Faza said, we got to wait for the defense to see their witnesses because they got to debunk all of the other people. So we got to see how they going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they're going to get him on something like you said. What you said, 5 or 10 years? I think 10 to 15, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I said, 10 to 15. But I just think maybe the sex trafficking has a lot of meat on the bones with the testimonies. But everything else, the RICO and all of this stuff, I don't see nothing else happening on that. I just see maybe the sex trafficking or the prostitution, because he was promoting prostitution, basically, is how I feel. But he don't have
but
that.
see, I'm the opposite on you.
Okay, I know.
I'm sorry. I'm with the
I
RICO,
know.
but I'm not with
I
the
know.
sex trafficking.
And I don't think because there's no pyramid structure of his business to be a RICO to me. They're just trying to tie his business into it, and I don't see his business getting tied into it like you're trying to say. I just think they got the RICO because the statute of limitations went off on all the other domestic violence and all the other state charges, so they just threw RICO in there so they can have a case against him. But I don't think nowhere they've not showed me RICO, but they showed me he's been promoting prostitution and sex trafficking and stuff like that. But I mean, and really not sex trafficking, but a form of it. I mean, just a little bit of it, but he's doing more promoting prostitution to me.
But I mean, his businesses were like he did use his businesses involved, like when at the when they went
for the $100,000 that he paid.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see it that way, but okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe,
I see.
yeah.
But that's not. But RICO you have to have a whole bunch of people. You got to name out some people, and that's not where I'm seeing. I mean, I'm just.
That's
okay.
what I get that.
I'm looking on the drug level. I'm looking at the RICO on the drug level as somebody like a drug kingpin. You have all these people and all these, you know what I mean? And I'm not seeing this in this case.
So we got to go around saying those words on here.
Okay.
Like that's why I say. I mean, because it's hard. It's easy to say them, but like the rug and the X trafficking and all that. Okay, just try to if you can remember.
Okay.
But anyway, but I don't know. This trial has been crazy so far. But let's talk about this. And I think this what we're getting ready to read here is about this is when after Cassie's after her lawsuit had been filed and she made the settlement with him the next day. Okay. She says, hello, Combs said hello. And Jane says, hey, he said, hey, I really need your friendship right now. See, he's already stressed and he know he done effed up. So what I think he's doing is he's going back to all these chicks, Gina included, and really telling them what now I'll just stick with Jane, telling her now what she's been begging for him to tell her, right? He's like, I really need your friendship right now. She was like, he said, and that's it. I can't even talk on the phone. I can't even talk on the phone. Like, please don't send no text or do nothing. People misread it and ish. I don't know what the F, I don't know what the F, you know what I'm saying? She said, yeah. She was like, yeah. So she was really short with her responses. And he said, but I'm just saying, like, I need your friendship right now, baby. I'm calling you back just to make sure you're breathing. I gotta go. I don't know what that UI is. I can't even like, yeah, I know you can't talk, but I need you. Yeah, I know. I need you too. I'm just so effed up and like twisted. Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen. I just need to tell you that I need your friendship. You know what I'm saying? And if you need me too, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I mean, you ain't gotta worry about nothing else though. You feel me? I hate reading it like that. And she was like, Now, she been asked, oh, okay, let me just keep reading. He said, all right, hello, yeah, just in bed. And then he said, okay, baby, my mom's just walking up on me and ish. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Please pray for me. I'm gonna be praying for you. But just know that I called you back. I need your friendship. That's it. All right. Okay. All right. Bye. End of the recording. Now you tell me, what is he doing? Now, what is he doing? Now, you wasn't talking all that before. He wasn't saying all that whenever she was asking for his time, and he was like, go in there and take that you didn't say that. You didn't say that then. But soon as the ish hit the fan, he need her friendship. I need you, baby. You baby. She baby now. She ain't crack. She baby.
CP. She ain't CP.
Right. She ain't CP now. So we also have the recording that I don't think I can pull on here, but we can hear it real quick. Let me see. CP. And then I think she told him, you my CP too.
Yep.
Girl. All right, let's listen to him. And I had to do it this way because for some reason I couldn't pull it in the chat. Oops, I turned it down. I couldn't pull it in the chat. What chat?
No reality. We know reality. You know who else knows reality? Oh my God, the drums.
Okay, kill it.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. You are Pipe. That's my new name for you, Pipe. Wish I call you CP. But yeah, I want you to stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? We had a very, very good time together. Like so much fun. So much fun. Now go rest up. Get in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Got your contract. Find a nice little spot. Put your mind at ease. And yeah, I had a great time. And I really, really want you to get some rest. I didn't know about you throwing up and all that. That's when I was like, hold up a second. All right, get some rest, baby. Love. So if you come in for 24 hours, yeah, you always wanted to set some up. So now you got the opportunity. So set some up for tomorrow night. That last vision we had that was Dawn and ATL. See you put it together, baby.
So there you have it. Now, remember she said that she had a FO and she went back there where she went in the bathroom and she threw up and she was like, I can't do it no more. He was like, that's good. You threw up. You should feel better. Now get back out there and take that. Right. But now, oh, I'm sorry you threw up. Feel better. Like, what? He probably was corporate luxury. He probably was at that time. He did sound like he was on something, but and I could allegedly, maybe I can say. Well, I want to say this is my opinion that he was on something because now he's scared out of his wits. Okay, he don't know what's going to happen. Had the video came out yet at this point where he did that to her? Yeah, because he had settled with her already. So now businesses are starting to crumble around him. People like took the key to the city back from him. You know, they started like he's starting to lose all of his other little partnerships. So he probably was just getting himself high so he could not even think about it. Right? That's just what I think because he's stressed out now. And now he's got to go touch everybody that will give him any kind of time. And I feel like Young Miami is still supporting him, my opinion. I think she's still supporting him to this day. And if he was out, Young Miami, Jane, and all the rest of him would be doing exactly what he wanted them to do. That's my opinion.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Now, only one that probably ain't because Cassie moved on. She moved on and having a family guy, but she still made me feel like because she said, I don't hate him. She had love for him. So I even feel like because even when she was with her husband now, she texts him, right? Trying to come back, even after she had got with Alex. So it's just something about having all that power, having all that money and those connections that he has that just draws you back. And it's something about his how he can persuade people. And that's just what it was. So seems to be the conversation. What else did I talk about? Okay, we talked about the rapper. So then also what the defense could argue is like, even though like when she went to Vegas, she flew on the private jet with she flew on the private jet with this iconic rapper and his girlfriend. She knew Anton was there because they said that they asked her in a cross-examination, did you know Anton was there? Yes. Did Sean know he was there or that he does the things? He said yes. But anyway, what defense also highlighted was that when she got to Vegas and they did get to that hotel and she saw Anton in that room being intimate in front of like 7 or 8 people, she goes and joins in and just takes her shirt off and show her goods. No one forced you to do that.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. How are you helping the prosecution? What else?
Yeah, that's why I say I don't know. I'm just feel like she wasn't necessary. And she just made it bad for herself.
She just made herself look bad, I think. And you know what? And I think baby daddy is soaking it up, like having a heyday at this point. Yeah, because anyway, because oh gosh, I'll have to ask you something offline, Harlem, if you saw something. Now I want to say it right here. But
okay.
Anyway, so she kept saying she felt like a secret. She was only there to do the hotel nights. These girls got way more than her. They got red carpets, they got the luxury bags, they got the luxury trips, and all I got was hotels. So she kept saying that the whole time. Took them places that she wanted to go, didn't take him. Then Yeah. So Brandon, help me understand Brandon. So Brandon is the assistant, a former assistant, and he will be on the stand tomorrow. What can you do? Is there anything you can tell me about Brandon? I know I heard his name a few times, like he would bring them stuff. Do you know about Brandon?
I don't know because I didn't hear who's testifying tomorrow.
So Brandon is one of them, and he's the assistant. It's something about Brandon. Um,
Mm. Is
yeah,
he the one that was at times setting up or
I think
cleaning
that
up or
this is
bringing them things during it or something?
that's exactly who it is. He would be one of those that would help set up the rooms, clean up the rooms, or whatever. And so he's going to be the one. So this right here, being Diddy's assistant, this is going to see for we may see forced work labor here out of Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, you might get that out of him since he was an employee of his. Um,
And who
he
else did they say is testifying?
That's the only one that I heard earlier today. I got really busy at work. I had to jump off. This Montana. But I really didn't. I didn't really. I don't know yet, but I'll know tonight. I'll post it when I get off of here. The defense will argue her. They also talked about her credibility, which we talked about that. So they would say that the prominent rapper, then she would go to Sean. They're trying to also make her a person of like make it seem like she's out for the money, right? She's out for the money grab. Like she was first with this prominent rapper who she has a child with, and then she jumps to Sean Combs, who is a prominent in the music industry as well, to another prominent person to Las Vegas. Is she not chasing the money? Like, how is she credible at that time? And then others would say that Jane is very credible. The prosecution says she is credible because she came forward with her story and she's telling the truth, because she could have very well not told the truth about everything that she had did. But the defense could say, "Nah, she was about that life. Like she was about that life. You can't pull that over me." And then it just that the defense could just say, "Just look at her pattern. Look at the things that she did, that she continued to do, even when Diddy wasn't around. Like even with the rugs, she would take rugs when he wasn't around."
But I don't know if I want to per se say that she was chasing the money or whatever, because I think they all are within that circle, that same circle. Because the iconic rapper was attracted to her,
right? And
so
go ahead.
I'm just saying, you don't know, like, to what extent, like, how did they know to ask her if she knew of anybody in the lifestyle or what have you or whatever? Like, why would they ask her that unless they've all been in that same environment?
Right. And that's what I was going to say, but I was rudely interrupting you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's my fault. Like I was going to say, like, on the flight there, did they have that conversation? Like, this is what we doing tonight. Oh yeah, me and Sean do this. Like, well, do you know somebody then? I don't know. Did they have that conversation? Like, how do you know? Because you don't just go around asking people, do you know anybody that want to join a free call? Like, no, you don't. You just don't ask unless you have some inkling that this person has been participating in that as well.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
I don't. Yeah. We lost Bridget. I think her internet is doomed. Again, you guys, I do appreciate y'all being here. I can't say that enough, that I really do appreciate all of you. Harlem, I appreciate you being here. And being a member, being a returning member to Phases. So I appreciate that. So anyway, that's my take on Jane. I'm glad that Jane is done. I'm glad it's a wrap for her. We need her to go see her therapist now, so that she can continue to do self-love and self-healing, because she's going to need it after all these days on that stand. She was stressed out. She cried a lot on that stand. This was something for her. to be able to have to go see her therapist. Hey, lady, Cash. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. So anyway, it's done and over with. I think my curiosity now is I want to know, they got tomorrow left for their 5 weeks, and who other than Brandon is going to be like, who else could it be? Like, you got to bring me some more. And then the witnesses, depending on who they bring tomorrow and how long that goes, the witnesses may start coming for defense now. I'm not sure, but what I can say is we're headed downhill. Once we get to the defense and their witnesses, we are headed. The trial is we made it uphill. We're on the downside, and we're getting closer to the jury having to make this decision. And I don't know how confident in this jury I am. They talked about juror 6 again. Some are speculating, like some newscasts and some YouTubers that I heard are saying that the defense is going to get what they want. They're not going to kick juror 6 off. But on the other side is saying that she or he, I can't remember. I think they said she, so they knew it was a female. I don't know. But that this juror did something that has to do with legal paperwork. So I'm not sure what juror 6 got going on, but I think we will hear about that tomorrow, or not. I don't know, but that's where we are with. That's the information I have on juror 6. Anything else updated with that you've heard, Harlem, on juror 6?
No, I haven't heard anything about the juror.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. So anyway, did you hear that it was that Kanye West allegedly showed up today? Did you hear that?
He wasn't there. He wasn't there because nobody reported it.
Girl, somebody would have seen him because it's Kanye, right?
Yes.
He would have made himself seen. Somebody would have known. But people talking, they are running with it. So, but we can't confirm that. That's funny. It was just funny. So anyway, that's the trial for up to date where we are now. That's Jane Doe. She's going on her way, and we'll be anxious to see who's tomorrow other than Brandon. A little bit about R. Kelly before we go. So they're saying that R. Kelly, and we knew this, is seeking a pardon from Trump. His attorney says he has been punished to solitary confinement and has fired. We are going to be following that story as well. And like we told Montana last night, when the Diddy thing is gone, there's going to be more before it's even gone. We'll be having stuff. So we don't get to rest around here. And then y'all's boy Trump and Elon into it real bad. And Trump said, that's okay. I'll accept his apology. But it's not a priority, but I'll accept his apology. They saying they need each other. So that's a whole nother ball game over there with them. Other than that, that's all I have tonight. Anything else from you, Harlem, or anybody in the chat?
So who do you think the rapper icon is? The rapper from Vegas.
Yeah. I don't know, but I thought so, Bridget. We thought we lost you with your Wi-Fi. But glad you're back in the chat though. But if anybody know who in the chat, who do y'all suspect is the rapper icon? I'm gonna tell you who I think it could be. I think it could be Kanye West and his girlfriend. Let me tell you why. I could be wrong. This is just my guess. Because her birthday is in January and they were in Vegas in January. I don't know who else you calling an icon. Jay-Z definitely ain't him. So who else are you calling an icon that is in Vegas for the birthday party that you can kind of do your research on? So his girlfriend's birthday is in January.
Yeah, that's who I think. That's
He
who I think it is as well. And go
he
ahead.
I'm sorry. He worked with P. Diddy. He's close to P. Diddy. And they was in Vegas. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know. What you think?
That's who I think it is as well. And then after I thought about it and listened to her story, is she his Cassie? Because he makes her dress all kind of crazy ways, naked and whatnot and whatever. Like, is she
Barefooted.
his Cassie?
Listen. He's doing FOs, dressing any kind of way. She don't even hardly say nothing. Do you talk? Like, I mean, you could compare that. You could compare that easily. But is he, but it just seemed like it feels like she's this puppet that's running around just doing whatever you want her to do, right? Like barely have clothes on. You're walking around, don't have no shoes on. Like, I don't
It's
know.
just strange behavior.
It's just strange behavior. That's a good way to put it. And it's exactly what it is. So, I mean, yeah, possibly both of them actually, wife and Ye. I'm with you. It's Mr. West. Yeah. I just think it is. We could be wrong, but I think it is. Jim Jones. Is Jim Jones an icon? Help me. I like Jim Jones, but is he an icon?
No. Mm-mm.
No. Somebody said Ray J. My boy Ray J.
Yeah,
No.
somebody did say Ray J.
Is Ray J an icon? Or is he just my icon?
Lady Cash is saying that they showed up at court in support, but they got kicked out. But
Who?
nobody reported it. The news media is outside all morning.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. There's just no way and the reason I say this is because of the way that Kanye is. When Kanye show up somewhere, Kanye, he's there. And I don't see how he could ease up to that courthouse any kind of way, and we haven't been able to confirm it at this point. Montana said he just my icon. Ray J just my icon. Oh boy, don't be talking about. So I don't know. Cash, where did you like? Did has somebody confirmed that? Because we haven't seen it anywhere.
Because the news media is on both sides of the street, and then you have the TikTokers and the YouTubers. They're all around the building.
Yeah. Somebody. Oh, they did? Who? Tell us.
Who?
I'm gonna have to, when I get off, I'm gonna be strolling. I'm gonna have to go find out. I'll be done came live again. Y'all listen what I found. So anyway, I'm gonna go check it out and see. Do you follow
Flo Daddy Flo? I follow him.
He's all. So did Flo Daddy Flo, did he confirm it? Did he see him? Listen, I wouldn't put it past Kanye to make an appearance just because he's Kanye. But what I was just saying is that like it would have been all over. Like TMZ would have known. I think they get it first. I don't know. Oh, he did. Check out Flo Daddy Flo.
For me, Kanye is an attention seeker, and he would have wanted to be seen.
He would have wanted
Like they would have caught him. That's what I'm thinking.
Kanye gonna roll up like that. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come and make this gonna be a thing. He just did a video about it a couple of hours ago. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you, Cash. All right, y'all. So we'll be back here same time tomorrow around the same time. If y'all got any information y'all need to send to me, y'all can DM me on Instagram at Black Link Mag. You can hit Harlem up. You can email me. Let me put my email out here for people real quick. I need to put my glasses on, make sure I did that. Yeah. There's my email. So If anybody got any information, you can email it. Hit Harlem up in our DMs, one of us up in our DMs, send it our way, and we can talk about it because we're here for it, right? We are here for it. Anything else, Harlem, going on that we can talk about? I don't like talking about stuff that I haven't, I don't really haven't been taking notes on, so I really don't. Kanye, go pull up. What did he say?
You took your glasses off. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I can't stand wearing glasses. Because that about Jay-Z was true. Kanye gonna pull up in the bed. That's it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else. This was a good conversation tonight. And we shall return on tomorrow. Let's talk about Montana. Why don't you go rest? Why don't you go rest? How about that? Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow about the same time. I'll post let y'all know what time I'm gonna be going live. Tomorrow's Friday. We're gonna hang out a little while longer, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.